Hey, it's Soleil, and this is episode 54 of the Red Pilled Orange Pill Investor. And I had a nice surprise today. I found a Bitcoin series that was extremely thought-provoking. I mean, I wore my AirPods out listening to Sailor on Breedlove, Safety, and I found another guy, is it Jason Lowry? I think that's what his name is, on Breedlove's channel. And this guy had a unique take on Bitcoin, and he basically said it's essential as a national security imperative. He's like an Air Force officer, maybe Space Force officer now. And he likened Bitcoin to the next technological advance that must be adopted or else be left behind and basically defeated. And it made a lot of sense. But the first thing that kind of hit me was, does that mean the rest of us could form like individual militias and the miners, people running the nodes, the hodlers? And then I wondered if everyone isn't already just in the Bitcoin militia by default. It's kind of like, I think it was what did the United States define it as? It was like every able-bodied male was like the militia or something like that. And it's not necessarily that you don't have a choice, it's just an inherent property. So maybe every person who owns or mines or runs a node is already a part of a network state. And that was something that Balaji described. And I think he wrote a book actually called that, which I probably need to read. But there's going to be probably states formed by people who have mutually, they just have similarities. And so all the Bitcoiners have a certain similarity, and it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But it's definitely bullish for Bitcoin. If all state actors will basically at some point have to capitulate and realize that they have to adopt Bitcoin or get left behind by their competition. Anyway, I'll post a link to the series in the comments if anyone wants to check it out. But I was definitely interested throughout the whole exchange, and I'm currently looking for all of the other interviews that this guy's done. And just because I had been kind of getting a little bored with just kind of hearing the same old arguments or having to listen to people make the same arguments that Sailor's already made, but not as good, not as well made. So this guy kind of took Sailor's energy analogy to a new level, and he basically describes Bitcoin as power. And one of the things he said was it would be an interesting way to frame it by, instead of measuring it in joules or whatever, measure the Bitcoin in TNT, like how much energy is being contributed to the network, but measured in explosiveness. And just thought that was pretty cool. So it's a Saturday. Nothing, didn't really make any trades, of course, which also makes me wonder, when will the stock market become just completely 24/7 and you'll just be able to get some action at any time. Oh, this is noteworthy. I think in my last video I said I wasn't going to buy any new stock, but Robinhood is wilding out with their frickin' buying power, and not long after the video, my buying power just changed. So I don't know if it was because they finally reevaluated the prices of some of the assets or what the hell it was, but I had a little extra breathing room, so I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and pick up 300 shares of HUT, and then average cost 783, and go ahead and sell some covered calls. I did a couple less greedy with more call away value at the 8.5, and I did one like right at the money, right above the, still giving about 2% call away value, but collecting, what did I get paid for it? I got paid 41 cents. So got paid like 5% almost. Yeah, 5%. Plus a couple percent call away value. I snatched that up. Not a lot. It's not a big, HUT's cheap, so it wasn't like a major move or anything. But did want to just throw that out there because I in the video I said I had not planned to make any trades that day because my buying power was too thin. So, all right, I think that's it for now. Be good, Joe.